How would you do in a world like that, being disconnected when it comes to technology?
I think I would do well for a minute, and then I would.
I love the honesty.
Yeah, and then I would probably crumble, and not do so great.
This show was so much fun. The suspense. I watched all 7 episodes in just like one go. I was probably bad mom of the year because my 9-year-old put herself to bed. I was like, go ahead, honey, you're fine. Mommy's watching a fairly good show. But
drinking wine and watching TV.
Oh my God. Yes. Half a bottle.
Good.
Not
Great.
the whole bottle, half a bottle. That saying where they say you don't ever do business with family or friends, but here you are as a executive producer alongside your Uncle Paul. So you're kind of, taking that saying out because this turned out really, really well. So I'm just curious on how did it get there? How did you get involved? And how did your love evolve for the story and your character?
How I got there was you'd think that it was this kind of thing where, I called up Paul or he called up me and said like, hey, let's do a TV show about that book. That was not the way it happened. Paul independently was working on it with Fremantle and seeing it, I think sort of shopping it around to different studios. Apple jumped on it. And it was only then that I was sort of made aware of it, that it was actually sort of something that was going into production. I thought, hey, this actually could kind of time out and work out if I'm available. And so I sort of raised my hand and met with really Neil Cross, who was the sort of the shepherd of the creator and the shepherd of the series. And then got on like a house on fire with him. Loved the scripts that he had written and the way he had sort of updated the scripts. And then signed on. And so I actually weirdly had the bizarre experience of calling my Uncle Paul and being like, hey, I'm going to do the Mosquito Coast, and of course he was ecstatic about that. And yeah, it was really sort of stars aligning. It wasn't any grand master plan,
But it still helps having an Uncle Paul. You know what I mean?
It helps. It certainly helps when you're trying to, figure out the character, and you can just pick up your phone and boop, 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 and text him and say, hey, what about this? And without having to sort of go through all the nerves of meeting the author of the source material, and so it definitely helps.
I also really, really enjoyed right off the bat in episode 1, just how free-spirited, like almost this like bohemian spirit your character has. I was like, oh my God, last year I actually did that for 2 weeks with my daughter. We went into the woods, stayed in this cabin, no Wi-Fi. It was the best thing ever. But
across the desert.
Totally. How would you, not really, that is on the list. How do you think you would stand up to that?
I think like all of us, we'd be good at it probably like you were for about 2 weeks, and then, and then at a certain point your daughter might say, I would love to take a shower.
Or I was like this. I was like, do I have any signal from any of those satellites?
I would definitely be looking for a signal. I don't know. We're all so signal dependent that I don't know how unnerved I would get by not having one.
Really quickly, the jewel of your heart, Kuma, was also there with you. What was it like having her in Mexico? By the way, in Canada, it's National Puppy Day, so happy National Puppy Day.
Happy National Puppy Day to you too.
Thank you. We're in the works of adopting one right now because our sweet Ariel passed away 2 years ago.
I'm sorry.
She lived a happy life. Don't be sad. It's 17 years.
They all do.
They do. So yeah, we're in the works. But what was it like having her on set with you?
If you love dogs, then the joy of being able to bring your dog to work. And when you're allowed to do that, that's a fabulous thing. It's just hilarious. It's like having a travel partner that has no choice in where she gets to go.
Yes,
but
travel partner.
But it's ecstatic to be there traveling with you. So it's anytime you have sort of a partner that you can, and also when you're shooting far from home, and it is really the best sort of comfort blanket you can have at the end of every day and every morning.
I could talk to you all day. Congratulations
on
an amazing show.
I'm so glad you liked it.